everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Decisive Podcast Series. I am your host, Roberto Q. Ingram, and I'm super excited you're here. It means the world to me that you show up. Today is episode number 9, second season. And of course, Decisive Podcast Series is proudly giving you stories, honest stories about how music infiltrates no matter what discipline, creativity platform you work from or you are studied or actually a master at. Music is always somewhere in there to inspire you. And those stories is what I try to capture. And to have your subscription to join us and be here means the world to me. Your comments, you responding in the chat room. If you have any questions, if there's any suggestions, you want to send us an email and you want to actually be on the show, because at the moment, I'm religiously looking for new talent and creatives from this next generation. The next generation is what keeps this world moving. And I believe that there's a lot of creativity out there to choose from. So if you care to and you enjoy what we do here on the Decisive Podcast Series, please reach out to me right away. With that said, let's get on with the program. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Decisive Podcast Series. I am super excited to have my cousin, cousin that I haven't seen like centuries, but we thank God, thank God for social media. Today,
Right?
Marvin Columbus, 40 years deep into dance choreography, and now you're doing what, Marv?
Producing movies, writing movies.
Producing movie. And this episode is all about how you get there, a little bit about the struggle and what it means to persevere. So with that said, he's been doing this for a long time. And to do it for such a long time, it takes integrity, it takes a lot of hustling. And I think Marvin has always had that spirit. I think part of that Marvin came from growing up boxing, right? Anyway, first of all, please welcome to the program Marvin Columbus, everybody.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Yeah. Marvin, I remember we spoke a couple of days ago, and I really didn't know this from the beginning that you had grew up and wanted to be a boxer. Right?
Yes.
That was before you got into the entertainment and dance. Can you take us through what that was like and in the beginning first?
Well, thanks for the introduction. But I have to say, first of all, before we start this hello?
I'm here, don't
There you
worry.
go. Okay. Before we start this conversation, I gotta say first, thanks to my Lord and Savior, because without him praying hard, none of this would be possible for me. Ups and downs, everything. All my body of work I've done, I give it all to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. So I start there first. So yeah, growing up in Ohio, I went to I was training kickboxing, boxing, playing baseball, sports. Because back in the 70s, you know, guys didn't dance in the early 70s, so you got to be in sports. And then my sister had a sleepover, and this girl I wanted to date. And she said, "Well, you got to learn how to dance." I'm like, "What?"
Really?
Yeah. She said, "Well, you got to learn how to dance, because there's all out in the backyard playing tetherball back in the day, dancing."
Yeah, but I guess that makes sense though if we talk about footwork, or
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, it all goes hand in hand. But
okay.
let me tell you, so I started watching Soul Train,
Oh,
and when Soul Train, I would go in the garage and start dancing. My dad came in. I started doing something else, like I was either doing push-ups or shadow boxing, because guys didn't do that. You know what I mean? So, but I watched Soul Train to learn how to dance, and I got the girl. So, long story short, when I turned 15, got my license. I was still doing sports every now and then, but I met Oscar and Derek, and we formed a dance group, and everything changed. Started dancing all over Ohio. We were called the Skywalkers. We're the best dance group in Ohio, completely Ohio, period. And And then my parents kind of split up. Lost their home, and I lived in my car for about a year and a half. You know,
Oh man.
yeah, I lived in
Really?
my car for a while, but I was going to school. Few people knew about it, and I kept myself clean and had cars, my car, motels. But I look back on that sometimes, and I think God was preparing me for life because a lot of my friends had stable homes. Me and my brother, he lived with a family. I lived in my car, but I would see him every day, make sure he was okay. But a lot of my friends had stable homes, stable two parents, and you know they had everything they wanted. And I look back on them, they're struggling right now. I wish and I pray for them. They're struggling on dealing with life. Um, I'm glad I look back that I went through that, and it made me stronger. So when I left Ohio, I went on tour. First, I did a video Midnight Star, the hit song Freakazoid. I'll be your Freakazoid. So that's my first video.
Yeah.
I was 17 years old. And then the Gap Band was in Detroit, and we went there, and Baby Gap and Charlie put us on stage. And I came back. I said, I'm leaving. Went to New York. Went to
Wait,
New York
hold on
first.
for a second, Marv. How did that opportunity come about though? Did,
Um, we was I was working at a dance studio, so
ah, uh-huh,
I
uh-huh.
would work with Midnight Star,
Right.
and the deal would come in. Babyface, Kenny, and Dean would come in. I work with some dancers with them.
Hey,
Zach
wait,
came.
Marvin, tell them who they. I don't know if some of these people know who Babyface is, and
Babyface is Kenny Edmonds. He started out in a group called The Deal. It was Babyface at the time, L.A. Reid, Carlos D, a couple other guys.
Mm,
So they all lived in one house. So they
mm.
would come to the studio, or I go to the house, and I work with dance moves with them. And I was only 17 years old. And then Zach Roger would come through. So I did my own little thing in Ohio. But I left and went to New York and met Muhammad, me and Oscar, and we did some stuff in France for the promotion for Flash Dance at Beach Street. Little promotion. Me, Oscar, Flo, Chino, Muhammad, Mr. Freeze with the
Mr.
umbrella.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Mr. Freeze.
yeah, yeah. We always in France, so we went back to New York, and then just too cold for me. New York is too cold for me, and the subways and stuff. I'm like, nah, I need my car. So I moved to L.A. My older brother, I had a half brother then, and then I saw you on Soul Train first.
Oh yeah,
I
oh
saw you
yeah.
on Soul Train. We just started talking, and we
Oh,
realized
that's kind of cool.
we realized wait, we related because James Ingram's my cousin. He's your cousin.
Yeah,
We're all from Ohio.
second
We realized
cousin.
we were cousins, and then I end up, later
Both
on,
from
I moved to
Cincinnati. You
Huntington
didn't even
Beach.
know it.
I moved in when you were in Charlotte in a townhouse in Huntington Beach.
Oh, that's right.
We were roommates. Me and you in Charlotte.
Marvin, thank you for. Hey, look, let me say this. I'm sorry for interrupting you but I'm not really interrupting because we're going to continue this story that you are narrating and bringing up times and moments for me is so special to hear from someone else, right? And from you, and you can, and it really, I at some point when I moved on, I kind of left things behind and I forget I missed the trails a little bit, and you're bringing back those key moments. With that said, I appreciate you so much. And it was me and Charlotte in the townhome, right? Where at?
Yep. Yep. And after the Hollywood, remember at the show, the Hollywood Palace,
Right.
me, Kat, we all started together. Kat from Prince, Rico Suave, Gerardo, Flame, Barry, April. We all started. We opened for everybody came through the palace. I just reached out to Kid Creole today and tell happy birthday. But anyway, and after that was over, 2-year run on that. Then I moved to Orange County. And I moved in with you and Charlotte in the
Mhm,
townhouse
mhm,
and the beach.
mhm.
So
I-
and you were DJing at all the clubs out there,
yeah, you know
and
it.
we would go
Mhm.
out and dance contests and everything. So, but for me, I didn't have a plan B. My plan B was plan A. I didn't have plan B. It was like do or die. Step on carpet, step on the floor, step on the couches. It was rough being a new dancer in California from Cincinnati. You get the Shabadoos, everybody was in breaking, all that kind of stuff. So I was a new chip on the block.
Can
So
you?
I had to prove myself, and I did.
Okay, there it is. You had to prove yourself. Can you
I,
tell me why this was so important for you? What do you know what it was that?
yes, yes. Yeah, I know exactly what it was. When I was younger, when my parents were going through stuff, they ended up getting back together, buying another house. But when we was down and out, I can hear people laughing.
Okay.
I can see the looks on their face. People laughing at me and my family. The laughing just stayed in my ear, and that just drove me. I'm gonna shut them up. I'm gonna shut them up. I'm gonna shut them up.
Okay.
So fast forward like 2 years ago, me being put on the Black Music Hall of Fame in Ohio, the laughing stopped. I shut them up. But up to that, I've done over like 12, 13 world tours. I work with so many artists, not just from Ohio, but in LA, the Kid Creoles, the Tin Maries, Rico Suave. I did the Breaking 2 tour, Me Shab and Shrimp, with Ozone Turbo, um, working with Sherelle, working with so many artists. And I started choreographing a lot of stuff. Lisa and Prince. I went to Japan. I met Michael in Japan, Michael Jackson in Japan.
Mhm.
So I was able to get a body of work accumulated, a soul train, everything. And then 2000, my mom passed away. I wanted to, I kind of stopped being in the dance business because dancers were getting treated wrong, um, getting paid crap money, just not treating dancers with respect. Us OGs, we demand our respect. That's why I came back in the business. But when I stopped in 2000, I made a lot of money. My mom left me a lot of money. I wanted to give back to the youth. So I started a after school program for kids for boxing, and it was very successful. I became one of the biggest promoters in California. Had over 25 schools, 1,000 kids finished high school through my program. So, it was a blessing, to be able to give back to the youth and learn so much from the youth. It changed my life. So now, um, it's weird because I was literally saying the other day, I go like, man, it's weird how like I'm 63 years old and I'm getting all these accolades now. Like Alpha Anderson started Dance Roots. He started Dance Roots Hall of Fame. Alpha did. So now dancers now have been putting in the Street Dance Hall of Fame. And we never had that. We never dancers never had a Hall of Fame. So when Alpha started this Hall of Fame, Dance Roots Hall of Fame, he started off putting all the OGs in the Hall of Fame. Myself, Casper Cooley, Pipe Pete, Sugar Pop. I mean, so many OGs in the Hall of Fame now. It's a street dance Hall of Fame for us now. And I'm in that. And then put on I'm the first dancer to be put in any music Hall of Fame. I'm in the Black Music Hall of Fame in Cincinnati. Now I'm getting an award in London. I'm getting a Legacy Award in England in December. I might have to push it back because I did my first film with my son, Dominic Columbus. He's a major actor. He's in Ray Donovan. He's in all kinds of movies right now. Roadhouse. He's an amazing actor. So we wrote a film together called Felon, me and my son. Hope to be out this year. My producers are from England. Thanks to my producers, Pre Lega, Deborah Pepin. I couldn't ask for better partners. Two women. I like working with women. Women get shit done. Let's just call it what it is. You know? And we got a horror film coming out this year. It's called Felon. No CGI. Real K9 dogs. My son directed it and starred in it. And it's gonna blow everyone away. And I just can't wait for everybody to see this movie Felon. So I'm
Mhm.
happy about my first film coming out. And I'm ready to rock and roll, man. It ain't over till it's over. I tell people all the time, it's not how you start the race, it's how you finish.
Mhm.
It's how you finish. Because you're gonna have struggles growing up. You're gonna have all these ups and downs, rejections. But like I tell people, for me, I don't shove any religion down anybody's throat. I'm not religious. I love my Lord and Savior. But I tell people rejection is God's protection.
Mhm.
And I got rejected a lot.
Mhm.
But I look back and see what happened in that situation and go, wow, I was being protected. I
Mhm.
wanted to go on tour with Madonna's tour. I got shot the job. And him went on that tour. Wow, I was being protected. I was want to go on this job. Oh, see what happened. Wow, I'm being protected. So when people reject you, don't get mad. You know, that's part of the process. People don't want to go through the process. People see the finishing going, oh my goodness. They don't know the process, man. It was time I threw in the towel. Like, I'm done with this, man. I don't do this no more. I'm done. And it's like, nope, you're not done. God said, here's this. I'm like,
So
I'm
who?
done. Here's this, you know?
I mean, who were your biggest when you were at your when you were just kind of like, hey man, this ain't working? Were there anybody that you can call out that picked you up? Were there any dancers, any inspiration from other people that say, hey Marvin, man, keep sticking with this. You're gonna get this. I mean, you Hollywood Palace 85, 87 with the Palace dancers, what was actually on the line when if you guys didn't perform, did you
Oh, okay. To your first question, was anybody there as a dancer to
right.
lift me up? No,
Nobody, no inspiration at all.
none.
Nobody really. Wow.
My, I had one, my Lord and Savior, I prayed. I don't give any human being credit for God's work. I'm not doing that. Back in the 80s, there's a lot of jealousy going on, cliques going on.
Mm,
Man, I didn't want to be nobody's clique. I'm my own person. Like when I was hanging out with Shab, I was being judged. I said, don't judge me for anybody. I'm my own person.
right.
So there's cliques, there's jealousy going on, there's envy going on, there's an audition coming up. Nobody pick up the phone and call me, but Patrick Allen would,
Thank you. Thank you.
Gerardo would call me.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
Alpha
Okay.
will call me.
There we go. Alpha Anderson, right.
Alpha had picked me before anybody at the Palace. I just found out last year. Like, what? I had picked you first. What? I didn't know this. So you don't know who's watching you. So, and I say I appreciate Alpha so much, but as I got older and started being into the movie business in the dance world, yes, I had an incredible mentor. I call him my big brother. His name is Oba Babatunde. He's in so many movies, so many TV shows. He really inspired me to keep going. Right, you got one script done. Okay, how about let's keep going? I got 5 projects. 5. My thriller is the first one. I have a dance drama. I have a female western. I own the rights to the first black woman in baseball. I own the rights to the Ken Norton story, who beat Muhammad Ali. So he inspired me to that. Don't stop here. Just keep going, because you got to keep throwing something on the wall. Throwing on the wall. And one's going to stick. When one sticks, you got to be ready for your other stuff. So I'm hoping the movie Felon sticks and it's a hit film. I think everybody's going to love it. The young people are going to love it, because young people are smart nowadays, man. They know the CGI. They know these young people are smart. So I wanted to give the young crowd a really good thriller without all this CGI stuff. Not to knock it, but I want to give them the real of a thriller. Like back in the day, man, we watch horror films. You be like, oh shit. You know what I mean? You got to be like, oh, listen, man. When I first saw Cujo, I'm like, I don't ever want to say Bernard, but hey, because it was a real dog, And I got 3 dogs. I got Corsos. I got a Malinois. I got a bully. I love dogs, and my horses. I became a cowboy 25 years ago. That's another journey. Hollywood, a lot going on in Hollywood. As you know, Berto, all this sick stuff going on. I chose to not be involved in that. I never done drugs in my life. I like to do my work and go my own way. And I started riding horses. It was just like, wow. And I met Glenn Turman. Glenn Turman, actor Glenn Turman. We did a play together. I said, Marvin, he's a black cowboy. I'm like, what? It's black cowboys? Like, what are you talking about? Said, yes.
Of course. What are you talking about?
But, in Cincinnati in the 70s,
yeah, I guess.
They didn't know about that. They didn't want you to know about
Mm-hmm.
anything about our culture. That's why school to me was a joke to me, because I went to all white school.
Me too.
I went to middle school, mixed, mostly black. High school, I went to Forest Park, got kicked out for fighting, and then I went to all white school. I was the only black in the whole school. And that was a whole nother journey for me. But long story short, Glenn said, "It's a black rodeo this weekend." I went to the rodeo, the Bill Pickett Rodeo, and I saw these brothers and sisters competing on horseback. I'm like, yo, what is this? I gotta be a part of this. And Glenn turned and gave me my first horse. He said, "Come up to the ranch." And I went to this ranch, gave my first horse. And I became a full-on rodeo cowboy. You know,
Wow. Hey,
I've had 5 horses. Um, I just love the sport, man. I met some good people. I go to Oklahoma, Texas. They drinking Kool-Aid outside on their 80-acre ranch. I mean, this is life.
was you know what? As you speak, it's very funny to me how you talk about Cincinnati to LA to a cowboy to movies to boxing. I'm still trying to ask myself what you saw that no one else saw. Let me finish this. No one else saw what you saw in. I'm gonna go for this. Let me talk about this part.
Okay.
I'm gonna say this out loud. Michael Jackson, Prince, Enrique. What's his last name?
Gerardo Rico Suave.
Right, and Luis Miguel. That's no coincidence. What was it all about that kept you moving and getting yourself placed into these rooms? I mean, your skills and the I'm sure it's your Lord and Savior, but you were at the right places at the right time or something. What was going on there? How did that?
Well, bro, okay, I hear what you're saying about, like Rico Suave, Luis Miguel, Michael Prince, all
Yeah,
that.
because you have this on
Being the
your
right
bio
place.
and
But
everything.
here's the thing, though. It's not the right place, the right time. People say that.
Okay. Oh, okay.
I used to think
Okay.
that, but
Okay.
as I'm getting closer to my Lord and Savior. It's not the right place, the right time. It's God's timing. So when it's for you, it's for you. You know. So for me, when I look back and go, wow, like
I go
people
wild
like,
too. That I go wild too. That's why I want that experience.
but
It's
though, it's brother, like being my age now, and
Mhm.
I feel like I'm in my 40s. I still box every day. I still dance. I salsa.
There
I
it
get
is.
down. Um, like I said, when I chose not to be in the Hollywood scene and start having a life,
Okay.
I started working with young adults in high school. I started working with horses. I learned from these young people what they go through. I'm listening to these stories. I can now open up because I was embarrassed to tell people I live in my car. I was homeless. I was embarrassed.
Oh yeah, I
And,
guess. Yeah.
yeah, and for the young people to open up about this situation at home, and they opened me up, and I'm like, I'm not afraid anymore to tell my story. I didn't get involved in drugs, and as a child, being in Ohio in the '70s, it was very racist. Bro, the Ku Klux Klan is very racist, man. And and,
Call
and
it.
I'm like,
Call it. Now you're talking to
all,
me.
all
Tell
this violence, all this racist and black and white, all this. I'm thinking it's probably more than life than this,
Thank
black
you.
and white. I said, I want to see the world. I want to go to Italy. I want to go to Germany. I want to go to
There we go.
Japan. I
Yeah.
want to travel and see the world. And I want to experience the culture, the food. And you know what's wild, Berto? When I started my high school boxing program, I had every race of kids in my program. And I said, what helped me on tour was I want to eat the food and hear the music. So on weekends, if you're Persian and black, I'll talk to the parents. I go, this weekend, your homework is go to this house for the weekend. The homework is eat the food, hear the music, and vice versa. That brings people together. Music and food brings people together. And all those kids today are now friends because back in the 80s, no, I'm sorry, in 2007, the riots in schools in LA were bad. The
Yeah, I
black
remember
and
that. Oh yeah.
Latinos,
Oh yeah.
look, they were fighting over something that was over color and not got a chance to know one another, know
Lord.
each other.
Lord.
And you know what? And now you're Jewish and you're Latino. This weekend the quinceañera, and you learn about the food and music, and that brought all these kids together, man. So I know it worked because it worked for me. Because when I was in Rome or in Japan, I just took it upon myself to like learn the culture, listen to music. I'm the first dancer choreographer who worked with Persian singers in the 80s. I choreographed Siavash, I choreographed Darush. They're Persian. And I went to one of their parties, Berto. Oh my God. You talk about food and love and they hands in the air, they're dancing. I'm like, this is love. You know, this is love. So I'm
Mhm.
like, wow. So as a child in Ohio, I used to watch TV. Oh, Berto, you're gonna crack up. You're gonna fall out, Berto. Ready for this? As a child, 7, 6 years old, I watched TV and I watched Back to the Beach. Don't laugh. Don't laugh. I watched
I ain't
Back
laughing
to the
because I was
Beach.
in it too.
Wait,
Why am I gonna laugh? Okay,
wait,
go
wait,
ahead.
wait, wait.
Okay,
I
go ahead.
watched Back to the Beach and watched Frankie Avalon and Nat Filicello. They at the beach, they're having fun. I said, I want to do that. I'm going to California. Fast forward, I get a call from Lower East Side. She says, Marvin, you're going to get a call from Paul Rubin. Who's Paul Rubin? Anyway, my phone ring. Hi, Marvin. It's Pee Wee Herman. Click. Hung up. Click. It's a
Oh,
prank
you
call.
stupid.
She called back. Marvin, it's Paul Rubin. That's Pee Wee Herman. I'm like, oh shit, that's Pee Wee Herman. Pee Wee called me. Said, listen, I'm doing a movie called Back to the Beach with Frankie Eveline and Nat Filicello. I said, I'm in. I called you. I called Coco. I called Constance. Remember?
You sure
And we
did.
did that. We did that movie Back to the Beach with Frankie Eveline and Nat Filicello.
You sure did. You sure
Remember that
did.
movie,
Yeah,
Surfing Bird?
Sal was in it. You got you Sal Shanks too. You had
Uh-uh.
Sal. He
It
came with me.
no, he was in it though. It was me, you,
Okay.
Coco, Constance Marie.
Mhm.
Who else? Who else? Who else? Coco. It was just us. And was it Flame and Flame?
Flame.
Yeah. So after we shot that movie, y'all didn't know this. Frankie Eveline invited me to his house. I went there, and Net was there, and, and we was talking. I said, I got something to tell you guys. I said, I was a little black kid watching you guys as a little black kid, and I said, I want to go to California and do that. I want to be on the beach having fun. They're like, what? Yeah, I was a little black kid in Ohio, and I wanted to be somewhere having fun, having fun. And I was watching movies every weekend. And I said, I'm going to California because of you guys. They looked at each other and Annette put her hands, kissed me on the cheek. So you never know who you touch. You never know
Mhm.
what little kid, little boy or girl watching you in life and you
Mhm.
inspire. You
Mhm.
never know, you
Mhm.
know?
Mhm.
And same thing with Danny Glover and Mel Gibson when I did Lethal Weapon. You know, I said, man, it's just, it's been a journey. It's been amazing. I have a beautiful family. My son Dom, my wife Natasha. Amazing. My son Dominic blows my mind. He was in high school. He was a major athlete in high school. I mean, third nation high jump, fifth nation platform diver. He just
Oh
won
God.
nationals
Oh
in
my
boxing.
God.
He just won nationals in boxing. He said, "I'm becoming an actor." I said, "Dad, I want to be an actor." I'm like, "What? You do what?" This dude went to Theater Arts Meisner Film School. Came out and booked his first series in 6 months. Ray Donovan.
Wait, let's go back a little bit. So he went from sports.
Yeah,
Each le- how far did he go on each one of those? Tell me. How far?
high jump, third in the nation, number one in
Third.
California.
Okay.
Won the bronze medal, Junior Olympics.
Okay.
Fifth in the nation, platform diver. He won nationals in boxing.
Black flat platform diver. Okay, keep going.
Oh, he's up to high. Like he was fifth in the nation. He won nationals in boxing, and he had 4 scholarships, all sports. Oh, track and field, of course. High jump.
Marvin,
Yeah,
Marvin, where do you get them smarts from?
his mama, his mama, his mama. But wait, no, hold on. But wait, no. So he came home. I said, "Nah, what school you gonna go to? You got scholarships." He goes, I'm not doing none of that." I'm like, "You what?" "Oh yeah, you are." And no, I'm being an actor.
Mm,
I'm like, why?
mm.
But he did it.
But he
So
did it. But he did it.
yeah, yeah. My plan. Parents be like, "Oh yeah, my kid will go NBA. My kid go." You don't know what your kid gonna do because in track and field, I didn't know this. He was burnt out. I'm like, what? He said, "I'm burnt out. I don't be no platform diver. I love boxing, Dad. That's not my career." I'm like, I'm thinking Olympics. Yeah, he goes to Olympics. Man,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
no, he did his own journey, and guess what? He's doing amazing. And I had this project when he got in film school. I wrote this thriller, and I said one day I'm gonna do it for my son. That was He's 34 now. He was 18 then. That was about years ago. I held this movie just for him.
Mm-hmm.
Just for him. And I did a scissor reel. I get a call from my good friend, friends of the family, Brad Furman, big director, Lincoln lawyer, City of Lies. He said, Marvin, I saw your teaser. I'll give you $10 million. I'll direct it. Dom is starring it. I said, Brad, I love you, brother. You can't give me $100 million right now. This is for my son. My son's gonna write it with me. He gonna star in it and direct it, and he did it. And we did it for low budget, but we did it our way.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know,
So,
it's been amazing.
So the lesson in what you just said is what? What did you learn as a father?
Oh, people ask me all the time, what's the best thing you ever done? What's one thing you could say the best thing
Oh,
you
you're
ever
right.
done?
Right, true.
I say the best thing I've ever done is be a dad to my son Dominique. Being his dad was the best thing I've ever done. Being his dad, my wife gave me an incredible kid, and being his dad is I mean, I can't say no more. Being his dad, because that's my buddy. You know, even though he's older now, got a beautiful girlfriend. Still my buddy. Still my buddy, man. That's my guy.
Is he asking dad for opinions, or you said or he just
No,
doing his own thing? No.
no, I mean, you know what? No, he's a great team, people, agent, manager, lawyer. I told him I ain't gonna be that stage dad. When you need me, I'm there. Need my advice, I'm there. He called me from time to time, like, yo, pops, we talk. And this whole social media thing. Remember, Berto, I'm the first one who took Logan Paul and Jake Paul to London, England, Manchester.
Oh,
The whole
really?
YouTube boxing, I'm the first one with Jake and Logan
How did
fighting
that,
kid side.
how did that
Huh?
develop? Tell us how that developed.
A guy Milton came to my show, and he's in new in town, wanted to work my show. I said, okay, come on. And he hit me. I said, hey, I'm working with these two YouTube people. Won't you come with me? I said, oh, for what? They're not boxers. And Dom, my son, told me, now, Dad, they're YouTube stars. I'm like, so what? They're not boxers. Long story short, went to Jake's house and Logan, and I ended up being one of the coaches, and we went to London, England. I ran the whole show, made sure the ring. I mean, I did everything, and that was the first boxing match of Jake and Logan Paul versus KSI and Desi. That was the first YouTube boxing event, and it was huge, and gave me a lot of money. I'm like, yo, what is this? How is this even possible?
Uh-oh.
I
Then
didn't
what
know.
happened?
I didn't know nothing about social media. And I'm like, 30,000 people, 10,000 can't get in. They charge $10 to watch the YouTube fight and make over 100 something million. I'm like, what? How is this even possible? But then I thought it was a joke. The joke's on me, because Jake has done amazing. He got MVP, all women boxing.
Yeah.
I gotta give him his props, man. You know, Logan's wrestling. You gotta give him. I don't care what they say. I say stuff like, "Oh, this is a joke, man. He can't box." But guess what? The joke's on everybody, because Jake did it.
Because he did it, huh?
He did it. He did it his own way. He did his
And
own. You gotta respect that.
okay, yeah, you got to.
You gotta respect that, man. No matter what you said about it, you gotta
Yeah.
respect what he did. You know, and you know, his mom and dad, such wonderful people. His dad, we talked to the plane coming home. His mom's a sweetheart. Up in Ohio, Cleveland, Ohio.
Okay.
You know, and just a beautiful, beautiful family, man. So I wish them the best. You know, but back to my journey, and like I said, I gave it all to my Lord and Savior, because it was times that I thought I knew to leave Ohio. I knew to leave Ohio because there's too much going on. I didn't want to end up on drugs or incarcerated. And then my dream is over. So people say, well, how do you deal with not getting in trouble? Well, one night I was in my car sleeping. 5 guys knocked on my window. Said, hey, man, you have a car. Tomorrow we're going to rob the gas station. We need a getaway car. You can come pick us up. So I had to ride. I don't be no punk, man. You gotta show up, man. It's a little older than me. I'm like, all right, I'll pick you guys up. I said, if I go do this, I'm accessory to armed robbery.
You sure is. You sure are.
And I decided, because all about choices, you're gonna choose this way or that way. You're gonna choose a way. I decided not to go because I wanted to see the world. They ended up getting caught, spending 20 years in jail. So I made the right
You
choice.
dodged the bullet then.
No, I just made the right choice because I knew that I've been praying. I've been praying to get out. I've been praying for something to leave to go and do my career. I want to go on tour. I want to be on stage with 100,000 people. I wanted to see the world, and I made the right choice because I knew if I did that, all that was gone.
Oh, yeah. Okay. You
But
knew you.
my dad told me, don't get in trouble. If you want to do your dream, don't get in trouble. Don't go out there and steal, get in crime. Don't do that because you're going to get put in jail and your dream is over.
See, I had
Now,
never.
wow.
Yeah. See, I had never gone through what you've gone through, sleeping in the car, because my I was just following my dream because I was just doing what I was good at the time, and it had nothing to do with being a superstar, any star in nothing. I was doing what I loved. I was doing what I like. You know me. I've always done what I felt was good, and yeah, I found myself in some trouble with some drugs, and then got myself out of all of that by having a good mom, a good someone that taught me how what a wonderful person I am on the inside, and a lot of other people
Mhm.
that were there for me that saved me when I was at my worst. They were there for me, and God, of course, God is a part of is makes that happen. But recognizing those people that were there for you when no one else was, man, I'm so happy that we are still close. We're still close, and they're doing well. I mean, because I tell you, this particular episode is a spotlight edition about honest stories about how music shapes the creative, how music is somewhere in there in us that
Big time.
you know what I mean. And it was one thing that I really love about you as a dancer that I wanted to get out there: the different styles of dancing, hip hop, the
Oh
salsa,
yeah.
the hip
Oh
hop,
yeah.
the salsas. Where were those similar styles for you, or two completely different worlds? How did you?
Well, coming to LA, the pop or whatever, you had the top guys out there. You had the Pete, the Skeet. So I learned Boogaloo from Skeet. You had the top guys out there, Pete, Skeet, and I saw Sugar Pop in Ohio. When I saw Sugar Pop in Ohio, that LA style was like, wow. He was so dope to me. I'm like, that dude is dope. So I came and the tacos. So I came to LA. I came in a time, which I'm so glad I came when I did come to LA. It was like the popping tacos, the peaks, the sugar. It was the top guys, man. Shabba shrimp. I'm like, okay, I'm in the mix of everything now. So now it's time to like get out and learn. And I mastered Boogaloo, mastered locking, and I started punking because Shad wear suits, he was punk and cool. So because the gay boy in New York was doing the whacking, so Shad did punking cool. So I learned punking. So I go, what's gonna make me different as a dancer? I'm the first street dancer that got signed to an agent, Judah McDonald. I'm the first one got signed, and Coco would tell you.
I
I
guess
said,
I guess
okay,
I guess what I wanted to hear from you is that those different types of dance.
I know, but I'm gonna tell you.
Okay, okay.
So I saw salsa.
Super
I went to Puerto Rico with Gerardo in 1988, 89, something like that.
amazing.
And I'm like, yo, what is this? This is crazy. What is this?
I love it.
So Gerardo said, I said, I'm gonna stay here a whole month, bro. So the tour was over. I stayed in Puerto Rico by myself for a whole month. I got to deal with the hotel. I went out
Now that's
dancing
God
every night.
working. Now that's God working right there. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Yeah.
I went out, wait. I went out dancing every night like this, watching. I'm like, because salsa, you got on the one and on the two, and you have Afro-Cuban style. So I'm like, it's a different rhythm. And like, because in our music, you got soul music, you got funk music, you got R&B music, you have hip hop. Salsa, you got Afro-Cuban salsa. You got different flavors of salsa. So I learned in Puerto Rico, and I met my friend Jackie. I call my cousin, and I just like just that bat 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 bat. I just and now when I come back to LA, I said now okay, I can do something. Can none of them do? Can none of them do that? Can none of them do Shab sauce a little bit? Not
Ooh.
so none of the
Ooh.
OGs, and I love them. I love them. They're amazing, but don't can't none of them, the Pete's, the Tacos, the Shabadoos, none of them do that.
I could. I
No,
could.
you couldn't. No,
Yes,
you
I
couldn't.
could. Marvin.
No, you
Marvin.
couldn't.
You know who introduced me? You know who introduced me to salsa and Celia Cruz, Oscar De Leon, and
Yeah, but here's the difference, though. Here's the difference.
I
Okay,
mean,
you could do it.
I
No, no, no,
wasn't performing. It wasn't
no,
nothing.
no,
It
no.
wasn't like
You
that.
could do it. You did. You learned more of the back and forth LA style, back and forth LA style, which is to me is cute. It's cute.
To me,
But
that's
not,
super cute. I know, but
it's okay.
the culture, the
When
culture
I
is
went
funny.
on tour with Eduardo
Mm.
and I went down to really see where it's coming from,
Oh
I
yeah.
went to Puerto Rico. I went to Havana. I went to Colombia. I went to Ecuador. And I would go out to the underground clubs, not this dance, not this dance with the star stuff and you sparkles and flashy and like in every dance movie that came out when you see salsa, what do? That corny ass conga line. You never seen a dance movie when they show the real get down. You see this corny ass that conga line. Conga. I'm like, okay, no. I went and saw the real Afro-Cuban salsa. The real get down. It's a whole different level. Dancing is like boxing. Like Mayweather said, it's levels to this. And it's dancing, it's levels to this. People ask me about Chris Brown and Usher and all that. I go, listen, don't compare those guys to Michael Jackson.
Mm.
Don't, because Michael ain't done none of their moves. They
Mm.
doing some Michael's moves.
Yeah, but who taught him backslide though?
Casper.
Thank you.
Now, back up.
Okay.
Casper taught Michael Jackson the moonwalk.
The moonwalk. Okay.
Cooley was there, but Casper taught him the moonwalk. Look at the shrimp taught Michael the backslide.
Okay, here we go. That's
What
three.
I'm hearing from the OGs. Okay. So Casper and shrimp, but Poppin', it was Taco.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I give credit due, but
yeah, please.
Casper told Michael about me salsa dancing before he passed away. So they're gonna bring me in to teach Michael
right
the real get down.
Yeah.
What happened? But like I said before, I had to learn a style that they couldn't do, which is Afro-Cuban salsa. So I can do all that stuff, pop, boom, 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 lot, whack, all right. But when it comes to my shit, nah. So with Usher and Chris Brown and Amarion and Neo, I think they're great performers. They're amazing. But stop comparing them to Michael Jackson, man. No.
Well, how
Chris
can
Brown's amazing. He's energy.
How can you?
Usher's smooth. So, long story short, it's levels to dance.
Yeah.
So I want to be on another level, which is now when I see these young dancers like the Cliffs, the Yoy, the Cajos, my favorite dancers. I don't put them down. They inspire me. Man, you guys are so good. I love that. I love seeing these new dancers. But even in Germany, there's some dancers in Germany I see on Instagram. They're really good. Hold on.
Marvin, give credit where it, if you're gonna do that, you better give credit where it's because I've seen some amazing. They've taken what everybody started back then and elevated it again.
Listen,
sorry,
I see
man.
in Germany on Instagram, I'll be like, wow. And I'll say, hey, you're amazing. Slow it down a little bit. Oh my God, you're amazing. Your technique. Now, when you practice at home, practice to old school music and learn how to be in the pocket more.
Be in the pocket.
See, and they go, wow. I said, you're an amazing dancer, but this music and our music was different. This music nowadays is good music. You can listen to it and do movements. But you go back to the 70s and 80s, our music was in the gut, in the pocket, the soul of it. So I told dancers, if you want to learn that feeling of
Okay. What's
having
the
those
word?
moments in the
Feeling. The word is
pocket,
feeling, right? The word is feeling.
but you got to hear it. Now, listen, when you hear music from the 70s, 80s,
Okay.
you want to be in that pocket
Mm-hmm.
and be in that rhythm of the groove. You
Mm-hmm.
got to dance to our music or you will never hear the music.
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
will never hear the music. You can
Mm-hmm.
listen to it, but you'll never hear it. So I see dancers nowadays, they're amazing. But I can still see where they're listening to the music.
Mm-hmm.
You want to hear it? You got to go back. Like me, when I was dancing, man, I would watch the Nicholas Brothers. I watched Ginger Rogers. I watched Fred Astaire. I watched Gene
Fred
Kelly.
Astaire, Gene Kelly, yeah, Fred Astaire. Yeah,
Chris Midhand. I would watch these dancers go, wow. And
yeah.
just and learn what they're in the pocket, in the moments. So I think dancers nowadays are just amazing. They doing stuff that I ain't never doing. And
I'm telling you, man.
and I
Woo, let's
feel
get it.
like
Let's give it to him, man. Dang.
dancers get treated way better than they doing now. I'm back for that reason only. I want to see dancers get treated better because without dancers, there's no Vegas shows, there's no tours.
Mm-hmm.
Already got dancers.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, hello. You can't do what you do without dancers. Can you imagine Chris Brown being on stage by himself with no dancers? After 10 minutes, you're done.
Mm-hmm.
I just saw Mary J. Blige, great singer. Her dancers made the show you more like, whoa. So give dancers more props, more credit, more money. Treat them better, man. Because, I have an idea in my mind that I can't say on internet right
I was getting
now.
ready to say,
I,
yeah.
I'm going to wait.
Mm-hmm.
But, even Kobe Bryant, he said, my daughter goes to ballet and jazz classes, and I'm watching her. They said, who think works the hardest? He's the dancers. Kobe said dancers. I'm like, whoa. Kobe said dancers work the hardest. Are you kidding me? I've done both the dance world and the boxing world. Don't get
Mm-hmm.
me wrong. Boxers train their butt off. They train like no tomorrow. And I got a guy at top rank. I go over there. I said, what we going to do first? He's from Cuba. He said, all right, I see a video. So let's go. Put on. Salsa, we said, bap, bap, bap. We start doing salsa moves and do that thing. And he go to the boxing ring. He's moving with rhythm. They can't touch him because boxing is rhythm. Look at Mayweather. I mean, it's rhythm, baby. It's rhythm. When I
That's
was
funny.
rodeo, I started riding horses. It's rhythm. Everything's a rhythm. Everything's a rhythm. Music is rhythm. Rhythm
That's,
goes
that's,
everywhere, baby.
that's so
From
funny.
dancing to sports to bedroom, whatever. It's rhythm.
That's so funny, Marvin. That's so funny because when I started the podcast, Decisive Podcast Series, it was about DJs. It was about the music. You talked about underground. I've always been about the underground. So I can totally relate to you going into where each one of these dance cultures originated from. I did that in reggae in Africa. I went there to,
Yeah.
and I'm buying music and buying records in record stores that are in only in this block that you can only get on the 7 inch. And so I totally get what you're saying when you said what you said about the salsa being a certain way because it's westernized. If it's not, once it gets westernized, it gets a bit soft and get
Water down.
watered down. Yeah, watered down. So yeah, that was the one reason why I left and went to the underground music scene because of that purpose. Because I felt this was something more for me.
What made Madonna great? Madonna was so smart. Madonna, you
Mm,
understand what made her so great, bro?
mm,
Madonna was smart. She
mm.
would put on a wig and the glasses and go to the underground clubs, bro.
Yep, sure did.
She watched the black kids get down. Because the little
LGBT,
black kids pick up all the dancers, the dancing.
the gay
Think about it.
community. Yeah.
And she would go to the gay clubs and she would go places and educate herself. And she went to the underground and watched the kids in the hood get down. That was to me brilliant.
Brilliant.
Brilliant. So I was going on tour and when I was, the salsa world,
Mm.
and I was in DC and said, yeah, you got this club. It's salsa night. I'm like, all right. Man, I went there. It was like underground, it was Dominicans, Puerto Ricans, Colombians. I'm like, whoa, they black like me. And they were like from all over the world. I'm like, yo, fire. I'm like, okay, Hollywood have not shown that yet.
Uh,
of the real get down.
Mm,
You know, and,
mhm.
and, and I'm like, nah. And I mean, Bad Bunny, he showed a little bit of it in the Super Bowl. He touched on it, which I'm happy he did. People was offended. No, he did a good job. He bought Latin culture is so beautiful, man. I just been so blessed to see so many cultures, man. You know, my wife's Lebanese and German, bro. Come on, I mean, I've seen some of the most beautiful cultures, and that's what I want to do as a kid. I wanted to see different cultures and music and food.
And you
You
knew
know,
that? Wait. You knew this back in Cincinnati?
yeah, 8 years old, yeah.
Okay, I didn't know. I knew this when I left to
You know, what?
California.
I'll tell you a story my mom told Tasha and Dominique. See, I'm telling you something about your dad. I don't remember this. She said Marvin's in the fifth grade, fourth grade maybe. I would color outside the box. In the school, come my mom said Marvin's not paying attention, he's not doing the work. My mom came to school and said, "What's going on?" Well, he's not coloring in the box. He's coloring outside the box. And she did. My mom said, "Baby, you got to color in the box. You got to, stay in the lines." I go, "No, Mom, I'm not doing that." She goes, "Why not?" She said, "I told her it's been done already." I'm like, wow. My mom said, "You told me it's been done already, and I knew then you cannot put my son in the box."
Okay.
And I told my boys, I told Dom, "Don't be in nobody's box." And I gave my son me days. He's in school once a month, me day. I
Mm,
don't care what's going on. I said, "Today, you want a me day?"
mm,
Yep. And so on a me day is he may wake up. I say, "You know what? How you feel?" So I'm just drink, Dad. I said, "Today's a me day." And we would go, he would get up, we go have breakfast somewhere, we go to the game room, we go see a movie, we go to the park and hang out. And that was his me day. And you know what? All the kids in my programs, parents start having me days with their kids. Because a kid need a break too. They need a break, man. They need a break. And I started that me day, you know. And my son finished high school with a 4.0 GPA.
okay.
I didn't burn him out.
Mhm,
The kids
mhm.
got a lot of, I learned these kids in school, they go to school from 8 to 3 or 4 o'clock, and then sports and homework. They need a day just to breathe, man. As an
Okay.
adult, we need that. I need it to this day.
Mhm. Yeah, of course,
I have
of
a me
course.
day. Don't call me. My me day is a Friday. Don't call me. Don't text me. I'm gonna get up. I'm hopping my pool. Take my dogs for a walk. I'm gonna get some Miss Fields cookies, maybe 10 of them. I'm gonna go see a movie with popcorn, soda, and I'm gonna have a me day and munch out.
You
Leave me alone.
okay, full stop. This is a great segue into this next topic now. We talked about we dabbed into this the other day, health and diet. Okay.
Boy,
Okay. You're not a dancer or boxer in the full sense now, like you were active back
yeah.
then. But are are you still staying healthy and active? And what do
I
you
train.
process?
I train the gym every day. I box Tuesday and Thursdays. I swim a lot. I got dogs, so I walk 5 miles every morning. When I get up right here, I go walk my 5 miles.
Mhm, mhm.
I stay in the gym. I eat very healthy. My wife, I eat very healthy. But here's the problem I had until like 6 months ago. I have a big TV, like 100 inch.
Oh, I saw you got like three. Man, you got like one in every room.
Bro, I'm a
You-
movie buff. When I at 7 o'clock,
Okay.
8 o'clock, bro, dogs been out. I'm done. Leave me alone. I get my butter pecan and some cake, bro,
Oh,
and go to
ooh,
town. And it
ooh.
got to a point where like I started gaining weight. And my son Dominic, who's a vegan, he be on pops. Yo, dad, yo, pops. Boy, you whoa, pop.
Ooh,
I'm like,
ooh.
oh, we on that again? So I said, no, I'm done. And I went and got my blood work. I'm 63 years old. It came
Mhm,
back. You're
mhm,
great, you're good. Everything's
mhm,
good, but
mhm,
slow on the sugar.
mhm,
I cut out all the ice cream,
mhm,
all the sodas again.
mhm,
Now I'm getting ripped up again. I'm back.
mhm,
But my things at nighttime, man. Nighttime, bro. You get, my motivation, like, okay, I'm chilling.
mhm,
As a movie, I'm watching Game of Thrones or I'm watching the new Linus. I
mhm,
put the TV on. I usually get a pint of ice cream. And my wife, Germany, my wife breaks bread. She's raised in Germany, bro. She would bake her own bread and eat all healthy, like healthy shit. I'm like, that ain't no real snack. That ain't no dessert. You get the
Oh,
ice cream and cake.
that's funny as hell.
So now I cut all that out. So I may have a popsicle once a week, whatever, because I
Uh,
like sweets, man. But now because I still don't do drugs. I've never done drugs in my life. I never smoked weed. I never done nothing in my life. I had my first alcohol drink, bro,
I was
in
going to say,
Puerto Rico.
I was
I
going
was
to say, you're
40,
boring.
bro. I was 40 years old. I was with Malik Scott and
Mm,
Dante Water when they
mm.
fought in Puerto Rico, and I said, "What is that?" It's a strawberry margarita blended. I'm like, that was good. To me, it's like a Slurpee.
Yeah, exactly. Fruit drink.
I said, I want that. I was 40 years old, and my first alcohol drink is a margarita.
You're so boring. Oh my god. Okay, I mean, I don't mean that in a literal
So
sense.
now,
That's
so
great.
now,
That's
if I
great.
do drink, I have a margarita or I have like sangria.
Okay,
That's it.
that's pretty cool. Then that means you're pretty pure.
I don't do the Hennessy, Jack. When I was rodeoing, everybody drinking Jack Daniels. I'm like,
Mhm.
nah, I'm cool because it makes to me. I saw it make them violent.
Of course. Yeah,
Yeah,
of course. Hey, listen, I know you have to head out and you have plans. So we're gonna close this out slowly. But so what are you working on these days? What can people expect from you? How can they find you?
my
Uh,
Instagram is Marvin Columbus. One word, Marvin Columbus. Um, I'm right now. Um,
say
we
whatever you can
we
share.
we editing right now in the movie. Our movie Felon. We should be done. I hope by end of this month, beginning of September. Watch out for the movie Felon. I'm gonna send Bert some merch. Bert some merch. I call him Bert.
Hey, all
Merch.
right, cool. That's cool.
So felon.com. You better go to the website at the end of August and get your hat and sweatshirt and t-shirt. Felon, you're gonna love the hats. They're amazing. The merch is amazing. And I'm gonna send Berto here. So when Berto wears hat and t-shirt, go to Felon uh, website and get your merch. Because this movie is gonna be really good, man. Um, the movie Obsession came out, did very well. I'm very proud of them. It made a lot of money. The girls, the whole cast is amazing. But I think with Felon, you're gonna be very surprised on the action. I mean, you're gonna be jumping out your seat. Put it that way.
Oh, I'm looking forward to this one. Hey,
You're gonna be
man.
jumping,
Huh?
and it won't take a half an hour. It won't take 15 minutes. It won't. You're gonna be jumping out your seats because we worked hard on this movie for. I did my workshops at SAG for a whole year to learn how to produce. I did my workshops there and online, and we did 2 months of prep, and we shot the movie this past January. And I can't wait till you guys see this movie, man. Felon, it's gonna have you on the edge of your seat
Can you
because
give us can
I
you give us a few
refuse to.
tips?
I refuse to cheat the young people because they know, man. They know. Oh, that's just fake CGI. I refuse to do that. And I was like, nah. I said, nah, we're gonna keep it 100 with them. And we trained, man. The actors, oh my god, the best crew, the best actors. The girls put it down, man. The guys are great too, but the women put it down. Woo! Yeah. So movie
I'm,
called Felon. Check me out on Instagram, Marvin Columbus. I love you, cuz. I'm gonna get there. I hope this year to see you. And maybe I can meet some of the people who listen to your podcast. I love it. Meet them in person and whatever, man. I just want to do the Lord's work, man, and put out good energy.
okay.
It's been a journey. I look back and going, when I went to Ohio 2 weeks ago,
Oh yeah.
and I drove by my childhood house. I drove by a couple of places I lived at as a child. And I was like, wow, my Lord, God brought me so far. I said, wow, man, my Lord brought me so far. I looked at I went to my childhood house when I was 5 years old. I
Don't cry on me now.
but I just parked right in front of the house and just stood there and looked at the house like I grew up right here, man. and how far I'm at now. I'm happy to be alive. Brother, I'm glad you still alive, man, because a lot of people checking out, man. A lot of people are gone.
After
And
COVID.
well, yeah, and my dad died in 2018 in a car crash. Tomorrow's not promised, so I want to just
I think I when COVID hit, that was a very big shift for me. As you can see, I thank you for the compliments. I've worked really hard to get the right mindset, the right people around me, be more grateful for what I do have and not what I don't have. I give you guys credit and kudos. Me coming to Europe, I don't have those fear of having guns and being shot at and being fought with and all that kind of stuff. I feel safe here. It's been an actual blessing to be able to um, just kind of keep myself safe for my daughter, for her kids, for my girl, and that's probably what I needed to get away from all of that. And so, much respect to you guys to be able to hold it down because I'm a little bit disappointed at the one they selected over there to lead the country. But,
what I don't do is get in religion and politics.
right,
I,
yeah,
I
that's
just what, brother. I just like I said, my dad died in 2018. I talked to him at 10:30 a.m. 12 noon. He was gone, car crash.
mm,
So I don't take this for granted because
yeah,
you don't know tomorrow. You don't know next minute.
yeah,
So you know what? I try to make good memories for myself, my peace,
yeah.
my friends, my family. I can't wait to come here and see you. Um, we came up, bro. From Honey Beach to now, we both came a long way, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, but I've always been a lover, not I was a fighter, but not in that sense. I've always been a lover, and I had to come to grips with really what that meant to me. And a lot of people think, "Oh, you too positive, you too optimistic." Hey, look, y'all
Yeah.
step back, because
It's
this is
all about good energy now, man. It's all about putting out good energy because you know what? People say COVID was bad, but before we go,
Mhm,
when COVID happened, I was like, this is bull crap. But I look back on it, and I was living in Burbank. I was
mhm.
on my horse riding through the neighborhood because Burbank, you can go where a car go on your horseback.
Yes.
I saw something that blew my mind. I saw families together. I saw dads outside playing with their kids. I saw families taking walks together. I saw families together. The air got clean. The ocean got clean.
Oh yeah,
I
right,
I, I
right.
think we got. I think we all got put on timeout.
Yep, sure did.
I
Sure
think
did.
we
We
got
saw
put
that.
on timeouts. Timeout. Everybody had a place to go, things to do, people to see. And we got put on timeout.
You saw that, yeah.
And I on my horse going. When I see this guy in the front line with his two little kids playing kickball, I'm like, if COVID wouldn't happen, would that ever happen? Because everybody's so busy in their shit. And, people so busy. I'm doing this. People, they, you know, doing their thing. But what about? Come on, bro. We grew up with my mom and dad. We have dinner at 5 o'clock
That's true.
at the table.
You got to be in the light before the lights go out and
Ain't none of
street
this.
lights. Yeah.
We would ride bikes in everybody's neighborhood when you would get home with street lights. When no kidnapping, when all this crazy stuff like it is now, it was going on, but not like it is now.
Not like
So
now.
I'm like, we got put on timeout, bro. Everybody time out. Get back to real life. That's why I became a cowboy. It changed my life because the fact is, being in Hollywood and showbiz, you get the ego, you get the girl, you get all, and I'm like, no. I'll never get going to Oklahoma with Deborah Akins and me and her father-in-law sat on the porch, 1,200 acres of green pastures. It was 9 a.m. He's like this rocking his cowboy hat on. Hey, good morning, Marvin. How you doing, Miss Akins? You want some Kool-Aid? You got Kool-Aid? He said, yeah, get some Kool-Aid. Man, I had a glass of ice of Kool-Aid on the porch rocking, looking at the green pasture. I said, that's life.
Mm,
I love you, bro.
One
I'm out of
second.
here, bro.
This last one, I want you to give this to the people. Marvin, what would you what would you tell yourself at 20 something, Marvin? What did you know that you wish what do you know now that you wish you'd have known back then?
That's a simple question. Very easy question to answer. I wish I had known at 20 years old.
Hmm.
I
20
wish
something or something, yeah.
I was not to be full of myself,
Okay.
be humble,
Hmm.
um, get closer to God.
Okay.
I'd have told myself that because when you're at that age, you're dancing, you out, you got the people going crazy over you, and they cheering for you, and the girls coming. You got all that, not to be, and you get this ego, to be more humble, to be more kind to people, um, to give back, to pay it forward,
Wonderful.
you know. And when I became a dad, that did it for me.
That was your biggest achievement, you said, yeah.
Oh man, that's that, bro. I love being a dad, bro. I can't wait to have grandkids. My grandkids will be so spoiled. They'll say, "Grandpa, stop." you know, I don't know, man. I just think, that's why I say kids are off limits, man. Leave children alone, man. That just disturbed me.
Okay.
Kids are off limits.
Off limits.
Off limits. Kids, all this stuff going on in America now, teaching all these young people to hate people because of color and all. It's just evil, bro.
Mm.
Evil, man. I don't like all that, bro. Let a kid be a kid, man.
Wow.
Bro, I mean, you grew up fast, bro. We grew up
Well,
fast.
we had to
We
we
had
were
to grow up fast.
we grew up in a time where things were just if you look back, it was amazing, man. The
Oh,
what we
dude, station wagons, man, no
had.
seatbelt, the
Hey
boom box
man, hey man, hey.
coming down the street. Oh, hey, bro, bro, you gonna freak out. I'm looking right now for a beat up piece of shit Trans Am. I want to redo it. I had
Yeah,
a Trans
yeah,
Am,
yep.
I had a black and gold Trans Am,
Mhm,
T-tops with
mhm.
the 8-track.
Mine's an Opal Manta. I like Opal. I like the Opal.
Remember, we went from 8-track to cassette. I had an 8-track, bro.
Yep, that's right.
And my first 8-track I bought was Cameo.
That's right.
We had eight
Ooh.
tracks.
What, shake your pants?
Yup, shake, yup.
Yo, man.
And then fucking for Jamaica. I
Jamaica.
said, come on, bro. I had an 8-track and T-tops, man. I was like, yeah. I want to get an old school and
It's
redo it,
stupid.
man. And redo my Trans Am, 1978 Trans Am.
Mine was Corvette, Capri, and Opal. Those
I mean, I love my car. I have a Mercedes. I have a Brandon Jaguar. But I want an old school Trans Am. I don't care if it's rusted. I
okay.
don't care if it has nothing on it. I want to get out here and redo it. Just for me, man. With the 8-track.
With that said, thank you so much for being here,
Love you,
Mark, for
cuz.
this episode, man. And where you going for your holiday?
I can't say, man. I don't do
Okay.
that social
All right.
media stuff.
Okay.
People stop. Everyone post where they be. I'm going to have fun
Okay. With the fam, right?
and have some margaritas on the beach, baby.
Thank you, everybody, for watching to the end, Marvin.
Bro.
It's a wonderful story, man, and God bless you and wish you all the
Thank you, bro.
best.
Love you, bro.
And I'm looking forward to the movie and your son.
Yep.
Big ups to him.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Now,
All
see you
right.
soon, brother. All right, bro.
Okay then. Okay.
Peace.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye. With that said, if you like these stories and they mean something to you, please subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell and make sure you just share it. If you have any questions at all, please send me an email. If there's someone you think will be great for the show, I'm looking personally for young people that are on a mission creatively. And I always like to personally grab you in a chat, phone call, or even on social media or by email to talk about what it is that we love so much, and that's just being creative. And music connects to all of those different disciplines, and that is what I've learned. And to share that and share these stories of the struggles and the perseverance and the pluses and the minuses. Everyone has a different story to tell, and I'm open to all those stories that teach other like minded people to continue to follow your dream. With that said, thank you for joining me and look forward to the next episode of the Decisive Podcast Series on our YouTube channel. Also, you can check us out on our audio platforms all over. There's Apple Music, Podomatic, SoundCloud, iHeart, Spotify. Thank you so much. Ciao.